And we're back, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate that. Now, today let's talk about Prey from 2017. The game takes place on this giant space station called Talos 1, and as a player you will solve its mysteries after an alien life form took over. Now, the space station has a very Bioshock-esque flair to it, with its Art Deco design of the interior, combined with futuristic machinery and sci-fi technology, and it works really well. The space station is just very well designed. It looks great. It has a number of different sections to it, so the place itself is great. And in this game you'll explore the space station after the catastrophe took place, so you're dealing with the aftermath of that, which I think is a missed opportunity both in storytelling and in gameplay, unfortunately. Because in terms of storytelling, if there's something that we've learned from a game like Half-Life, it is that that game introduced you to the Black Mesa complex where the game took place during an extensive train ride. And you also got to talk to and interact with certain NPCs on the station, and after that all hell broke loose. In Prey instead, after a quick prologue, the whole station is pretty much an abandoned place full of dead people, and I so would have wanted to be there. I would have wanted to see how the whole station was in working order, but you can't. It's just a waste of a great designed space station, in my opinion. Also, in my opinion, it is not very engaging to read emails on computers that you'll find throughout the station, or to listen to audio logs to flesh out the people's backgrounds who once worked and lived there on the station. Again, it's just a bit stale. The actual exploration is fun to a certain extent. The game gives you the illusion of a vast space station, and you'll also get to explore the outside space of the station. So the exterior, which in zero gravity, which is really fun to do. And so you can wander off and do your own thing to a certain extent, because at some point you'll come across a closed door or a sealed airlock. And that means that you were not supposed to go there until you come to a point in the story where the game will let you continue because you found a certain keycard. I mean, in this game, it's almost all you do is finding keycards and opening doors. And that becomes also a bit boring and a bit stale. So in practice, Prey is a very linear experience where you hunt down multiple objectives, opening doors, opening airlocks, and there's a good amount of backtracking involved as well. So after 5 or 7 hours, this becomes, again, a bit boring, a bit stale. Fortunately, the combat in this game is quite fun. You get the standard weapons like pistol and a rifle, and you also get a variation of different powers that you can use, of which I actually found the kinetic and thermal blasts to be the most useful because, you know, they help you a lot in combat. There's also this Morphing Power where you can take possession of a small object for a certain amount of time, and you can do that and use that to reach certain places that are usually very hard to reach. So again, that is useful, but it doesn't really change much in terms of gameplay, as you're doing the same thing over and over again, trying to explore the station, opening doors and all that. Now, the alien species in this game are fun, sort of, because there are not a whole lot of different aliens here. There's just basically one type and a bunch of variations of that type. And but the fun thing is that ammo is scarce in this game, so you'll be on your toes most of the time. Now, this game is not meant to be played as a stealth game. I think it doesn't really work that well, because you can upgrade certain stats like sneaking around and stealth, and enemies will have a harder time noticing you as you are sneaking around. But it's not really meant to be a stealth game, I think, because there are situations where combat is almost impossible to avoid unless you run away, which is a good strategy at times. So just run away and try to go to a different section of the space station. So again, you'll be doing the same thing over and over again, looking for a missing keycard, looking into computers for emails, that sort of thing. For the rest, I think the game has some really good production values. There's some good music. There are some very loud sound effects in this game. So, despite the somewhat stale gameplay, I still like the mystery that really kept me going. It is a fun game. If you like upgrading your guy or girl, the abilities, there is this whole upgrade system that's been tacked on a lot of games nowadays, where you can upgrade stats and powers. What I do think this game has the best crafting system ever, as you collect all kinds of items throughout the station that you will find lying around. You throw them into this recycling machine. You get these ingredients or these materials from that, and you can use those in another machine to create items like medikits and bullets and so forth. So that is just an amazing way of doing the crafting in this game, because a lot of games, other games, they do crafting just in some kind of menu, but it never feels really part of the world. And in this game, it really is. I love the crafting in this game. So there is some good stuff, there's some bad stuff here, and in the end, this is not a masterpiece of a game. I did enjoy it. It is fun. Get it when it's on sale, and you'll have a blast, I think, for a short while. So that's it. That's what I think of Prey. Let me know what you think. If you've played it, did you like it? If not, well, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.